Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is one of the most powerful and influential books ever written on personal success, mindset, and the science of achievement. First published in 1937, it has inspired millions of people around the world to unlock their true potential and turn their dreams into reality. Hill spent more than 20 years studying the lives of over 500 of the most successful people of his time, including Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, and Thomas Edison, to discover the universal principles that lead to wealth, happiness, and fulfillment. This book goes far beyond the pursuit of money. It teaches that true riches begin in the mind, shaped by our thoughts, faith, and unwavering belief in ourselves. Through its timeless chapters on desire, faith, imagination, persistence, and the power of the subconscious mind, Hill reveals how anyone can transform a burning desire into tangible success. Each principle serves as a step in a blueprint for achieving not only financial freedom, but also personal growth and self-mastery. What makes Think and Grow Rich truly special is its message that success is not a matter of luck, it's a matter of mindset. Hill reminds us that every great accomplishment starts with a single thought, followed by determination, action, and persistence in the face of challenges. His words continue to motivate new generations to think bigger, dream bolder, and never give up. If you believe in lifelong learning and the power of knowledge to change your life, then join our community here on Wiser Reads. Subscribe, listen, and grow with us, because together we don't just read books, we transform our minds and our futures. Introduction: The Power of Thought. Napoleon Hill begins Think and Grow Rich by emphasizing one of the most powerful truths in human existence. Our thoughts shape our reality. Every success or failure begins as a single thought in the mind. Hill argues that the human mind is a creative force capable of transforming intangible ideas into tangible results when directed with purpose and belief. He introduces this concept through the story of Edwin C. Barnes, a man who dreamed of becoming a business partner of Thomas Edison. Despite having no money or education, Barnes's clear and burning desire to work with Edison drove every action he took. Through persistence and faith, he eventually achieved his goal, proving that thought, when combined with definite purpose and desire, becomes a living force. Hill stresses that riches and success begin with a state of mind, not with circumstances. Poverty and wealth alike are the offspring of thought. By controlling our mental habits and focusing on positive, success-oriented thinking, we can attract the opportunities and conditions that lead to achievement. Ultimately, Hill's introduction teaches that the key to success lies in recognizing the creative power of thought. When we learn to think clearly, believe deeply, and act decisively, we begin to shape our destiny from the inside out. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. In this chapter, Napoleon Hill declares that desire is the foundation of every success. It is the spark that ignites ambition and transforms dreams into reality. Without a burning desire, no goal can survive the trials of life. Hill illustrates this through the story of Thomas Edison's assistant, Edwin C. Barnes, whose intense desire to become Edison's partner drove him to act until his dream became real. He also recounts the story of a general who burned his ships before battle, forcing them to win or perish, demonstrating that total commitment turns desire into power. Hill outlines 6 practical steps for transforming desire into achievement. Define a clear goal, determine what you'll give in return, set a definite date, create a plan, write it down, and repeat it daily with faith. The lesson is simple but profound. You must want your goal with an intensity that leaves no room for retreat.
Desire, backed by faith and persistence, transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers. It is the first step toward thinking and growing rich.
Faith, visualization, and belief in the attainment of desire. Napoleon Hill teaches that faith is the vital element that transforms desire into reality. It is the emotion that gives life to thought and turns ordinary dreams into powerful convictions. Faith is not something people are born with. It is a state of mind that can be developed through repetition, visualization, and positive thinking. Hill emphasizes that by continually affirming and imagining the success we seek, we plant seeds of belief deep within our subconscious mind. These repeated thoughts create confidence, erase doubt, and attract the necessary circumstances to achieve our goals. He reminds readers that faith and fear cannot exist in the same mind. One must always drive out the other. Through constant self-suggestion and a clear mental image of success, faith grows stronger until the desired outcome feels inevitable. Hill also connects faith with the principle of autosuggestion, explaining that it acts as the bridge between the conscious mind, where we think, and the subconscious mind, where belief is built. Ultimately, faith is the power that turns a thought into action and action into achievement. When we combine faith with a burning desire and unwavering persistence, failure becomes impossible. Hill concludes that believing in yourself, your purpose, and your dream is the first true step toward greatness. Autosuggestion, the medium through which we feed instructions to the subconscious mind. Autosuggestion is the tool through which we feed instructions to the subconscious mind. It is the method by which thoughts, desires, and affirmations are transformed into deep inner beliefs that shape our behavior and attract success. Our subconscious mind does not distinguish between positive or negative input. It acts upon whatever it receives most often. Therefore, Hill urges readers to guard their thoughts carefully, replacing fear and doubt with affirmations of confidence and success. By repeating clear statements of their goals, visualizing their achievement, and feeling the emotions of success, individuals program their minds to act in harmony with their desires. Hill's key message is that autosuggestion gives us control over our mental environment. Through daily repetition of positive thoughts and spoken affirmations, we can build faith, eliminate limiting beliefs, and direct our subconscious mind toward achievement. The process transforms mere wishes into firm convictions, guiding decisions, habits, and opportunities. In essence, autosuggestion is the invisible force that aligns our inner world with our external goals, turning imagination into reality.
Specialized knowledge, personal experiences or observations. In this chapter, Napoleon Hill explains that knowledge alone is not power. It becomes power only when it is organized and applied toward a definite purpose. Many people mistakenly believe that general education guarantees success. But Hill argues that true achievement depends on specialized knowledge, gained through experience, study, or association with others who possess it. He emphasizes that successful individuals rarely know everything themselves. Instead, they surround themselves with experts who fill their knowledge gaps and help turn ideas into action. This teamwork transforms knowledge into results. Hill points out that schools often teach general facts, but the world rewards those who can apply specific information to solve real problems or create value. Hill also advises readers to continuously learn and adapt. Knowledge in any field becomes outdated unless it is refreshed and expanded. The mind must stay active, open, and directed toward growth. By combining specialized knowledge with imagination, organized planning, and persistence, anyone can build a powerful foundation for success. Ultimately, this chapter teaches that education never ends. It evolves through experience, observation, and practical application. The person who masters their chosen field or learns how to gather the right knowledge from others gains a priceless advantage on the road to riches. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. Hill describes imagination as the creative workshop where all plans are shaped and all ideas are born. Every invention, business, and success first begins as a thought formed by the imagination. It is the bridge between desire and reality, the power that turns dreams into concrete goals. He distinguishes between two forms of imagination: synthetic imagination, which rearranges existing ideas into new combinations, and creative imagination, which taps into inspiration, intuition, and the subconscious mind. Both are essential for transforming desire into tangible achievement. Hill emphasizes that the greatest leaders and innovators use imagination to visualize success, devise plans, and find new paths where none seem to exist. However, imagination alone is not enough. It must be combined with faith, desire, and action. Through practice, imagination grows stronger, more disciplined, and more responsive to one's goals. Hill encourages readers to feed it with ideas, experiences, and positive thought. In essence, imagination is the mind's workshop where dreams are designed and destiny is built. It is the vital link between thought and achievement, the birthplace of every fortune.
Organized planning, the crystallization of desire into action. Napoleon Hill explains that organized planning is the process by which desire takes physical form. Without a practical plan, even the strongest wish remains a dream. He emphasizes that every successful person transforms their desire into action through a clear, well-structured plan and the willingness to adjust that plan when necessary. Hill urges readers to form a mastermind group, a team of like-minded people with complementary skills who can help develop and refine ideas. No one succeeds alone. Surrounding yourself with capable, cooperative individuals creates a flow of knowledge, encouragement, and creativity. He also stresses that failure often results from poor planning or the refusal to revise a failing plan. Persistence, adaptability, and feedback are key. Hill reminds readers that temporary defeat is not permanent failure. It's simply a signal to rebuild a better plan. Effective planning involves setting clear goals, assigning responsibilities, and taking daily, consistent action. The individual who acts decisively on a definite plan gains power and confidence. In short, organized planning transforms thought into action, and action into achievement. Success is never an accident. It is the result of deliberate design, teamwork, and persistent effort towards a clearly defined purpose. Decision, the mastery of procrastination. Hill identifies decision as one of the most critical qualities of successful people. He declares that indecision and procrastination are the twin enemies of achievement. Those who reach great success make decisions quickly and firmly, and change them slowly, if ever. In contrast, unsuccessful people often hesitate, doubt, or depend on others' opinions. Hill's study of hundreds of millionaires revealed that each one had developed the habit of decisive action. This habit builds confidence, focus, and momentum. On the other hand, procrastination weakens willpower and drains enthusiasm. He urges readers to decide exactly what they want and act immediately toward it. Delays kill dreams, while prompt action attracts opportunity. Decision-making requires courage, especially when facing criticism or uncertainty. In essence, success belongs to those who think for themselves and dare to act.
Every great fortune begins with a single confident decision and the refusal to turn back.
Persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith. Napoleon Hill defines persistence as the steady and determined effort required to turn desire into success. It is the force that sustains faith and gives life to every plan. Without persistence, even the strongest dreams fade under the weight of obstacles, doubt, and temporary defeat. Hill emphasizes that persistence is not an inborn talent, but a habit that anyone can develop through willpower and purpose. He illustrates that many people quit just before reaching success because they failed to push through the final challenges. True winners, however, keep going long after others have stopped. He offers several pauses of persistence: definiteness of purpose, desire, self-reliance, accurate knowledge, willpower, and organized planning. Together, these build a mindset that refuses to accept failure as permanent. Each setback becomes a lesson, each obstacle a test of strength. Hill reminds readers that persistence is essential to influence the subconscious mind and to keep faith alive. Repetition, action, and determination eventually convince the mind that success is inevitable. In short, persistence is the bridge between desire and its realization. It transforms intention into progress and dreams into reality. Success, Hill concludes, comes to those who never stop trying. The power of the mastermind, the driving force. Hill presents the mastermind principle as one of the greatest secrets of success. It refers to the coordination of knowledge, effort, and energy between two or more people who work in harmony toward a common goal. This alliance creates a third mind, a powerful collective intelligence greater than the sum of its parts. He explains that no one ever achieves great success alone. Behind every major fortune stands a team of minds, united by trust, purpose, and mutual respect. This shared energy generates creativity, motivation, and emotional strength. The mastermind not only multiplies knowledge, but also magnifies confidence and persistence. By surrounding oneself with positive, capable individuals, a person attracts new ideas and opportunities that would be impossible alone. In essence, the mastermind is the driving force behind all achievement, turning individual ambition into unstoppable collective power.
The subconscious mind, the connecting link. Napoleon Hill describes the subconscious mind as the vital link between the conscious mind, where thoughts are formed, and the infinite intelligence from which ideas and inspiration flow. It acts as a bridge that translates our thoughts, desires, and emotions into their physical equivalents through continuous communication with the universe. The subconscious mind is always active. It records every thought, feeling, and experience, whether positive or negative. Because it cannot distinguish between constructive and destructive input, Hill urges readers to feed it only positive, success-oriented thoughts through faith, autosuggestion, and imagination. By repeatedly affirming one's goals and visualizing success, the subconscious mind becomes programmed to attract opportunities and conditions that align with those beliefs. Hill also emphasizes the importance of emotion. Feelings such as faith, love, and enthusiasm energize thoughts, while negative emotions like fear or doubt weaken them. The subconscious responds most powerfully to emotion-infused ideas, turning mental energy into real-world outcomes. Ultimately, Hill teaches that the subconscious mind is the connecting link between human thought and divine intelligence. By mastering this inner power, individuals can transform desire into faith, faith into action, and action into success. Conclusion:
The Mystery of Sex Transmutation and the Secret to True Riches. In his conclusion, Napoleon Hill explores the profound concept of sex transmutation, the process of channeling sexual energy, the most powerful of all human emotions, into creative and productive pursuits. Hill asserts that this energy, when redirected with purpose, fuels genius, ambition, and achievement. He explains that many great leaders, artists, and inventors have unconsciously practiced this transformation, using their emotional intensity to drive innovation and success. By refining and focusing this life force, individuals can elevate their minds and inspire extraordinary accomplishment. Hill also reminds readers that true riches extend far beyond money. Peace of mind, harmony in relationships, spiritual strength, and freedom of thought represent the highest forms of wealth. Material success alone is incomplete without inner fulfillment. In essence, the conclusion reveals that the secret to true riches lies in mastering one's inner energy and directing it toward creative purpose. When desire, faith, imagination, and emotional power unite, they open the door to both worldly success and lasting happiness.
As we reach the end of Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill's timeless message becomes clear. Success begins in the mind. Every great achievement starts as a single thought, nurtured by desire, strengthened by faith, and brought to life through persistent action. Hill spent over 2 decades studying the most successful people of his time and discovered that wealth, happiness, and fulfillment are built not by luck, but by mindset and discipline. Through principles like desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, and persistence, Hill shows that anyone can create their own destiny. The secret is learning to control your thoughts, believe in your purpose, and never surrender to fear or doubt. When we align our minds with a definite goal and act with unwavering determination, success becomes not only possible, but inevitable. Hill reminds us that true riches are not found only in money, but in peace of mind, love, harmony, and self-confidence. The real power lies within you, waiting to be awakened by faith, passion, and purpose. Every idea you hold, every emotion you feed, and every action you take shapes the future you are building today. If this message inspired you, I invite you to join our growing community here on Wiser Reads. Subscribe to the channel and keep learning with us, because each book you listen to here has the power to open your mind, strengthen your spirit, and move you one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Together, let's keep reading, growing, and believing, because wisdom shared is wisdom multiplied.